Hi, my name's John Rutten and welcome to Life by Design. If you've been joining us for our previous sessions, you'd know that we're going through the 7 steps in laying a foundation for you to begin designing a life that's powered by you. And today, we're up to step 6, truth. Now the thing to understand is that if you're not in a position to be able to stand back and look at your life's situations or circumstances in truth, you will continue to live a life that's blown by the wind. And what I mean by that is your life is lived by your situations and your circumstances, that your life will be lived by your fears and your frustrations. It's a very stressful way of living and a lot of hard work. It's not the way that I'd want to be living. Now, taking the time to step back and to look at your life situations and circumstances in truth brings transformation. It brings peace. It brings liberty. It brings salvation. Because you can see things in the light of what they are, the real truth. And that truth that becomes yours. And when you start living out of your own truth, your life just begins to transform at a rate that's almost hard to keep up with. Now, the truth that we're looking for here, or the truth that we're looking at here in our situations and circumstances, can only be seen and established after going through the first 5 steps. Now, just to remind you of what those are, is we've realised who we are and what we're a part of, which is the God factor. We've then observed the situation. We've listened to the dialogue, not only of ourselves, but the dialogue of others. We've identified the self-identification. We've also then operated in forgiveness, not only forgiving ourselves, but forgiving others. So this process has removed all the conditions. It's removed all the way it needs to be, the way it should have been. It's removed our thoughts and feelings, and we're able to stand in what we could call a God standpoint and look at the truth of the situation for what it is. I believe this is the sort of truth that Jesus was talking about when he says the truth shall set you free. The reason for that is because you're actually looking at things in the light of real truth. We've dealt with the thoughts and feelings, we've dealt with the circumstances, we've dealt with the self-identification. We're now looking at it in a clear light of truth. This enables us to see the situation or the circumstance for what it is, and then make the decisions necessary as to what action is to be taken next. I guess a better way of putting it is taking the time to stand in truth is always going to produce action. If we're not standing in truth, all we're doing is operating out of a place of reaction. The action so often comes up so very, very clearly when you're looking at your situation from this standpoint of truth. The funny thing is the action that often comes up to take would be so far removed or so very different from the action that you would normally take when not looking at your situation or circumstances from this standpoint. This is why truth has so much power to begin to set you free. See, the thing is, without this level of truth in your life, you're simply living your life either by, one could say, a half-truth, or even living your life through another man's truth. Classic example of that is religion. I lived my entire life up until I was 33 via another man's truth. That's what religion can do. That's why it's so important to go through this process and step into this level of truth. The level of truth that comes from and is visible from the standpoint of the God factor, the collective consciousness, the higher self, because it's this truth that will set you free. So, what's next? Stand in truth. It's that simple. Take the time to look at your life and your life situations from a standpoint of truth, having a look at the truth that's operating in your life and the situations and circumstances around you. I guarantee you it'll bring transformation. Check out my website. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you'd like more information about how to apply truth in your life, contact me. I look forward to chatting to you, and again, have a great day.